Hello students, in the last lecture we have started the applications of dimensional analysis. In that lecture we discussed first application, that is to check the correctness of a physical relation or formula, and we use the principle of homogeneity of dimensions. What is that? It states that only those quantities can be added, subtracted or equated which have same dimensions. Now we have to move to second application, that is conversion of a value of physical quantity from one system of units to another system of units. So we are at the seventh lecture and of units and dimensions. So we will discuss now conversion from one system of units to another. So first tell me, what is measurement? So we have discussed earlier that suppose there is quantity Q. It is expressed as NU, where N is numerical value and U is unit. So what is meaning of this measurement? It states that suppose there is unknown length given to us and it is asked to measure this length. So what do we use? We use a standard amount of the length. We say meter, centimeter, inch, foot, something like that is called unit. The standard amount of the quantity is called unit. So we place it here, we compare it with it, the unknown quantity, and we notice that these many units and units are contained in this quantity. So value is Q is equal to NU. If we change the unit, what would happen? The quantity would remain the same, but these things would get changed. What do I mean to say that? Suppose there are two or three system of units. If one says that in the first unit value is N1 U1, in another system value is NU U2, N3 U3, N4 U4. So there are four persons who have measured values in different four units. So they have counted these values. In the first system it is N1 U1, second N2 U2, third N3 U3, N4 U4. So what will they find? They find that all these values are equal to Q. So the quantity does not get changed, only the expression gets changed. So let us discuss this with the daily example. Say the price of a certain thing is say rupees 400. Suppose you are there to purchase something and that quantity is worth 400 rupees. So what would you say? You go to the shopkeeper and you say that I want to purchase this thing, I have 200 rupee notes. So he said, okay, give me two such notes. So what would happen? It would count to rupees 400. Another person visits there, he says that I have only 100 rupee notes. So he has to pay such four notes. Again the amount would be same. If another person comes with say that he has 50 rupee notes only, what would happen? He have to pay 8 such notes. So whatever the amount of note, what would you say? As the value of the note gets decreased, the number of notes gets increased. So same here. If we convert from a unit which has higher value, the numerical value would be lesser, and vice versa. If it increases, it decreases. It decreases, it increases. As the amount of note get decreased, the number of notes gets increased. So same principle is working here. So let us suppose there are two system of units. Say this is first system and this one is second system. It states that according to me the value is N1 U1, and you see that the same quantity is there here expressed as N2 U2. So these are numerical values. This one is in the first system, and 2 in the second system. So let us say yes, U1 is equal to, say it is M1, L1, T1. So these are fundamental units in this system. M1, L1, T1, mass, length and time. And say that dimensions say X, Y, Z. In this system, this U2 is defined like this. M2, L2 and T2. Notice that because it has same dimensions, quantity is same. So these powers, the dimensions are same. X, Y and Z. So what do we see? The value of quantity is expressed like this. In first system, M1, X1, L1Y, T1Z. In the second system, it is expressed like this. N2, M2X, L2Y, T2Z. We know that this value is same. So what do we say? We say that this N1 U1 must be equal to N2 U2. N1 U1 is equal to N2 U2. And they say that we have to convert the value of first system into second system. We have to move from first system of units to the second system of units, which means that N1 is given here. So what is the condition here? N1 is given and N2 is to be found. We have to find N2. Okay, we will put these values here. So on the left side we get N1, M1, X, L1Y, T1Z. On the right hand side we put these values N2, M2X, L2Y, T2Z. So what is our aim? We have to find N2. So bring this value here. N1, M1X, L1Y, T1Z divided by M2X, L2Y, T2Z. So we get this value N2. We can write it like this. So write it like N2 is equal to M1 upon M2. We can write this. They have common power of X, L1 upon L2 and T1 upon T2 power Z. So we have reached this conclusion. So we have missed this N1 here. So N1 is put here, N2. So N2 is equal to N1, M1 upon M2, L1 upon N2, T1 upon T2, X, Y and Z. We know value of N1, it is given to us. From the comparison of these values, this is from the units, we can find these values and the answer would be there. So let us try some examples that it would be more clear from the problems we will be going to discuss. So keep this formula in your mind. So come to our first problem. Convert 1 Newton into dyne. So for your information, Newton, N means Newton. What is it? Is SI unit of force. Whereas dyne is CGS unit of force. It is just to keep in mind that we are going to discuss about force. So if such problem comes to us, say this is our first problem, so we're going to find the solution. We say that what is given to us, so mark a partition here, but dimensional formula of force is, what is dimensional formula? Mass into acceleration, m1 l1 t minus 2. So whatever the quantity is given, it is same here. Force on the left side, force on the right side. The only change is in the numerical value and the units, but the quantity is same. So left side is force, right side is also force. So we have written the dimension formula of this quantity. Now comparing it with m1x l1y t1z. What do we find? We find x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1, z is equal to minus 2. n2 is to found. n2 is to be found here. So n1 is given here. n1 is 1, n2 is to be found. So what is the formula we have written just now? So let us put these value in that formula. Keep your copy and pen with you and solve along with me. That would be more beneficial. So n2 is equal to n1 m1 upon m2 x l1 upon l2 y t1 upon t2 z. So what is value of x here? 1, y 1, z minus 2. So putting these values in this equation, n2 is 1, x is 1, y is 1, z is minus 2. What is m1? m1 is the first system of units, SI system of units. So let us take another step. So it is clear up to this point. Now what is m1 here? Here m1 is 1 kilogram, SI unit of mass. L1 is 1 meter, SI unit of length. T1 is 1 second. M2 is CGS unit of mass and it is gram, so 1 gram. L2 is CGS unit of length, 1 centimeter. What about time? The same unit is second. So filling these values in this equation, we get n2 is equal to 1. So we are not to write it here. m1 1 kg upon 1 gram whole power 1, 1 meter, 1 centimeter whole power 1, 1 second whole power minus 2. So what do we see? Now we have to find the relation between the two system of units. We know that 1 kilogram is 1000 gram. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So we can fill values of this or that in terms of each other. Na? So on filling these values, N2 is equal to 1000 gram upon 1 gram whole power 1, 100 centimeter upon 1 centimeter whole power 1, and here 1 second upon 1 second. So here gram and gram gets cancelled, centimeter gets centimeter, second second. So we find 1000 power 1, 100 power 1, and 1 power minus 2. So this would come out to be 1. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in power 10 raised to power 5. So we have found this value of N2. So we come at the conclusion that 1 Newton is equal to 10 raised to power 5 dyne. And this is we have found with the help of dimensional analysis. And let us try another example very similar to it. Please note down. If someone says you to convert 1 joule into erg, what is the relation between joule and erg? So it is for your knowledge here that joule is, what is J here? J is joule, SI unit of energy. Whereas erg, it is also CGS unit of energy. This is SI unit, this is a CGS unit. Again, we will start exactly as the previous problem. This is just to keep in mind, not to write here. Okay, what is given here? So first of all, we say that dimensional formula, because we are talking about energy, dimensional formula of energy is, what is that? M1 L2 T minus 2. Again, you can practice it in rough work. Half mb square, m1 lt minus 1 l square t minus 2. You can find this dimension formula from any of the relation of energy. So comparing it with, it seems that there are many steps, but with the practice you will see that it becomes very easy. Comparing it with the M1x, L1y, T1z. What do we get? X is equal to 1, Y is equal to 2, and Z is equal to minus 2. Further, what is value of N1? 1. There are sometimes when this value may be 10, 11, 100 or something like that. You have to keep this value here. In our case, it is given 1 here. So N2 is to be found. Okay, we will try it. So what is the formula? We know that while conversion, we write this formula N2, N1, M1 upon M2 whole power X, L1 upon L2 whole power Y, T1 upon T2 whole power Z. Filling these values, we can move a step further. We know that value of m1 in SI unit is kilogram, it is gram, L1 is meter, L2 in centimeter. So we can skip that step also. But let us include that step here so that you can practice a little better. So N2, what is value of N1? 1. M1, M2 power 1, L1, L2 power 2, T1 upon T2 power minus 2. Here, what is M1? M1 is 1 kilogram, L1 is 1 meter, T1 is 1 second, M2 is 1 gram, L2 is 1 centimeter, and T1 is 1 second. It is quite similar to the previous problem with the difference of this power 2. So filling this value here, what do we get? N2 is equal to, so it is 1, omit here, 1 kg upon 1 gram, whole power 1, 1 meter upon 1 centimeter, whole power 2, 1 second upon 1 second, whole power minus 2. Further, we know the relation between kilogram, gram, meter and centimeter. 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. And 1 second is equal to second. So N2 is equal to, N1 is 1 here. So 1000 gram upon 1 gram power 1, 100 centimeter upon 1 centimeter power 2, 1 second upon 1 second power minus 2. On solving these, we see that it comes out to be 1000 power 1, 100 power 2, and 1 power minus 2. What do we see? 1, 2, 3, 100, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 here. We see that 10 to the power 7. So we have found the value of N2. So we say that 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power 7 erg. So we have converted the value of joule into erg. So there are many problems like this which can be there, but the method would remain the same. And let us try example of density. Say density of certain value is given to be 13.6 gram per centimeter cube. We have to find value in kilogram per meter cube. So we can see here that time is not given here. Mass is given, length is given, but time is not given. We are not to bother about that. We are just to apply the same formula and the same steps would be there, and we will see that we will reach the solution very easily there. So what is this? So dimension formula. Dimensional formula is, suppose you are not aware of the quantity, don't bother about that, just write the dimensional formula. See, it is mass and it is a length. Mass and length. So dimension formula is m1 L minus 3. Time is 0. It has no dimensions in time. So comparing it with m1x L1y T1z. What do we see? X is equal to 1, y is equal to -3, and z is equal to 0. What is n1 here? Now n1 is not 1 but a certain other value. N1 is 13.6 and N2 is to be found. We know what is N2? N2 is equal to M1 upon M2, same steps, power x, L1 upon L2 power y, T1 upon T2 power z. So filling these values, N2 is equal to 13.6. Here we omitted the N1. So please write here N1. N2 is equal to N1 and this. What is N1? 13.6. M1 upon M2. Now we know that from the experience that we can fill the value of M1 and M2 here. It would not cause you confusion because you have practiced two problems. The more you practice, the simpler it would become. So we can fill here simultaneously. What is value of mass here? In the first unit, mass was given in gram. Please note it. We were given 13.6 gram per centimeter cube. So this was our first system. So it would be on the upper side, gram, and we have to go from to kilogram. Here we have we're having centimeter. We are moving towards meter. And second whole power 0. Here power x is 1, y is -3. The value of this last term, because if something is raised to power 0, answer would be 1. So this term gives us 1. 13.6. What is the relation here? 1 gram. 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram. 1 centimeter needs 100 centimeter. And there is 1. So we see that the power is 1 here. 13.6 into 1 upon 1000. Here we get 1 upon 100 raised to power -3. Now if we take the inverse of 100, this power would become plus. So filling these values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 times. So these 3 would get cancelled and we get that N2 comes out to be 13.6 10 to the power 3. 1, 2 and 3. So we say that we have solved the problem that 13.6 gram per centimeter cube density in CGS system is equal to 13.6 10 to the power 3 kilogram per meter cube. So we have converted these values. There can be some examples in velocity also, where we have to convert from kilometer per hour to meter per second. So let us try that example also. say that you're given this, let me fourth problem, 72 kilometer per hour. You have to find its value in meter per second. So how do we start? We see that dimension formula is what dimension formula? This is length, this is time. So L1 t minus 1. You can also write m here, m 0. So this is the dimension formula. So we will comparing it with m1 x L1 ly t z. What do we get? X 0, y 1 and z minus 1. Further, n1 is 72 and this n2 is to be found. We know that n2 is equal to n1, same steps, m2, L1, L2, T1, T2, X, Y and Z. So filling these values, n2. What is n1 here? 72. m1 in the first unit, mass is maybe mass would be in a kilogram or gram. We are not aware of this. It is better if you don't write it. So we can go without writing this because we know the power is 0 here and answer would be coming as 1. So what is given here? Length in first unit kilometer. We are moving in the unit meter. Time hour. Here we are having seconds. Here power 1, here power minus 1. So n2. Value first term would be 1 because power is 0 here. So 72 into 1. 72 into 1. What is here relation? 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter upon 1 meter. 1 hour equal to 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Each minute is equal to 60 seconds. We get 3600 seconds. You can do it in rough work or if you remember it. Very good. 3600 second upon 1 second, 4 power minus 1. So n2 is equal to 72 into 1000 into 3600 power minus 1. 1000, it would get reversed. 36 into 2. 70 to 2, 20 meter per second. Please check this calculation. 72,000 divided by 360. So 0, 0, 10, 36 into 2, 72. So 20 meter per second. So we have found the relation that this value 72 kilometer per hour if converted into meter per second would come out to be 20 meter per second. So there are many problems which can be discussed like this. So let us write few more examples. The next one says that convert a pressure of 1 atmospheric pressure into dyne per centimeter square. So such problems causes us to think more than the normal, because we do not know what is 1 atmospheric pressure. You will learn in the next chapters, or you have learned in the previous classes, that 1 atmospheric pressure is 10 raised to power 5 Newton per meter square. So you have to remember this value. 1 atmospheric pressure is this much. If this would not be so, I could have written like this: 10 raised to power 5 Newton per meter square, convert it into dyne per centimeter square. But the problem has come in a tedious manner. So you have to remember this value. It may be required at some places. So what do we see here? We have to convert this 1 atmospheric pressure into dyne per centimeter square. So what do we see? We see that dimensional formula of pressure is, no, that causes problem. Many students are not able to remember the dimension formula of pressure. As I have told you earlier, it is not to worry. We can deduce that from the knowledge of dimensions. We know that what is pressure here? To do in the rough work, force upon area. What dimension formula of force? M1 L1 T minus 2. What about area? L2. So by a simple calculation, you can clear your doubt. -1 -2. So what is dimension formula of pressure is M1 L minus 1 T minus 2. So this is rough work. I'm going to rub it. Now comparing it with same steps, comparing it with the M X L Y T Z, we get X is equal to 1, Y is equal to -1, Z is equal to -2. Sorry. Right. What is value of N1 here? So we have to move from Newton per meter square to dyne per centimeter square. So value of N1 is 10 to the power 5. N2 is to be found. So applying the same formula, N2. Now N2 is equal to N1 M1 M2 L1 L2 T1 T2 power x, y, z. So filling the values we have found here. What is n1 here? 10 power 5. What is m1 here? So we are moving from this SI system to CGS system. So what is mass in SI system? It is in kilogram. Whereas mass in CGS is gram. 4 power x is 1. Length is in meter. And here it is in centimeter in CGS system. Y is -1. Time is in second. It is also second. Power is -2. What is relation of kilogram and gram? 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram. Power 1. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Power -1. Cancelling the common things, we get 1000 power 1, 100 power -1, and 1 power -2. So we see that n power 1000. We have to write the inverse of this 100, 1 upon 100. So cancelling here, we get 10 to the power 6. So we have found this relation that 1 atmospheric pressure is equal to 10 to the power 6 dyne per centimeter square, because we know that the value of this is Newton per meter square. The problem can be like this. We find the relation of atmospheric pressure with the dyne per centimeter square. Oh, this value may be given. 1 Newton per meter square is equal to this much. So we have found this solution. So the lecture is taking a longer time. So there are some problems which are assigned to you as homework. I hope you will try it with your best. And if you find any problem in solving these questions, you can put me query. I will answer your queries. So write on the homework. Say this 5 kilometer per hour. Oh, sorry. This is hour here. Find its value in centimeter per second square. So this is acceleration given here. So we have to convert the value of this acceleration, which is in kilometer hour, into centimeter seconds. Second one here is velocity of 12 centimeter per second is equal to dash kilometer per hour. So you are not to confuse that hour can be like HR, or sometimes it is written as H. So another one can be there, the value of G is equal to 6.67 10 is per minus 8 dyne centimeter square per gram square. What will be its value in SI units? what will be its value in SI units. Write another one. Young's modulus of steel is 19 times power 10 Newton per meter square. Express it in CGS units. This G is universal gravitational constant. This Young's modulus we will learn is elasticity. So even if we are not aware of such things, we are not to bother. We are only to bother about what is given here. Here you are given unit of force. This one is length, this is gram, and similarly here values are given in Newton per meter square. So we will convert this using this dimensional analysis. So I hope you will try these examples at home. In the next lecture we will discuss the derivation of some physical relations with the help of dimensional analysis. Thank you, class.